It's the late rounds of your fantasy draft and you need a running back. None of these guys are really starters or studs right now, so who do you choose? Let's get into some late round running backs. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jake, Fantasy Headliners, brought to you by RotoBaller. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Today we're talking about late round running backs, right? It happens every year in drafts. You're sitting there in the draft and maybe you should have paid a little bit more attention to running back there at the beginning stages, but you didn't. You went heavy wide receiver, and now it's the later rounds of your draft, and you're going, crap, I need some running backs. Well, I got 5 running backs on this list that you can target late in drafts and hopefully save your fantasy rosters. Let's get into the list. First name on the list, and this is in no particular order. I guess I could have put it in order, but I didn't think about it until I just said it right now on camera, and now it's too late for me to switch it around. So let's talk about Ty Montgomery. He's currently RB42 with an ADP of 112. Listen, right now in Green Bay, we don't know who the running back's going to be. You know, Jamal Williams will start the year as the starter, but when Aaron Jones comes back from suspension, they're either going to be a committee or, if Jamal Williams can prove that he's able to carry the load the first few weeks, maybe he keeps it. We just don't know. There's a lot of questions, right? But you want a piece of that Green Bay offense. It's an Aaron Rodgers-led offense. You want some part of it. And if you didn't get any part of it, Ty Montgomery is somebody who you can get in the later rounds, and he's going to be involved in both the passing game and the running game. He's not going to go out and get you 20 carries, and he's probably not going to go get you 10 receptions a game. But he's probably going to get close to 5 to 8 carries, 5 targets a game, and that could be gold here at the end of drafts. He may have dual position eligibility for some of you guys in your leagues. He already has the chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. Jordy Nelson's gone now. They need more weapons in the passing game. All they have is Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb, have Jimmy Graham, who I'm not overly excited about. But Ty Montgomery is somebody who was able to be an RB1 last year when he was healthy. He just can't hold up to the workload. They're still going to use him. They're going to use him all around the field, and he's somebody that can produce for you, and you could get him at an ADP of 112. So right there in the 10th, 11th round area, great upside for Ty Montgomery. Next on my list is going to be somebody who's ranked RB48 with an ADP right now of 138. So you're looking somewhere right around that 13th round area. And don't turn the video off when I say this. Let me finish it first. Don't be hitting the thumbs down either. Just let me finish. It's Doug Martin. All right, it's Doug Martin. I get it. It's Doug Martin. I had Doug Martin on a roster last year, and he killed me. But now he's in Oakland. He's produced RB1 numbers in the past, so we know he's capable of it. He sure didn't look like it last year, but he's capable of it. He's done it before. Now he's in Oakland. Oakland has a top 10 rated offensive line, and he's going to be competing with Marshawn Lynch for carries. Now, it's expected that Lynch gets the starting job, but Lynch has dealt with injuries in the past. He's a little bit older. Things could happen. And if Doug Martin is called upon, he was heavily targeted by John Gruden in the offseason. That was like one of their first signings to get him in there. It's somebody who John Gruden likes. So if Marshawn Lynch struggles or he gets hurt, Doug Martin steps into a great situation behind a great offensive line, and he could produce some numbers. Now, are you going to draft Doug Martin and start him week 1? Lord, I hope not. But if you're looking for a lottery ticket at the end of drafts, you swing for the fences and go Doug Martin. I have a rookie on the list. Yes, I have a rookie on this list, and he's late. This is somebody that we don't normally talk about. Let's talk about Naeem Hines in Indianapolis. He's currently running back 53 and has an ADP of 188. So he's like at the end. Just take him in the last round. If none of your league mates know who he is, just wait and take him. Naeem Hines is not going to be a 3-down back in the NFL. He's just not that type of player. But he could be this year's Duke Johnson. And Duke Johnson, had high production last year, saved a lot of people's fantasy teams because they took him last or picked him off of waivers, and he ended up producing big numbers. Now, Indianapolis needs pass catchers. We don't know if Andrew Luck will be there or not. Sounds like he will, but I've kind of heard that before. And they don't really have a whole lot of weapons there, do they? They got T.Y. Hilton, Jack Doyle, and Eric Ebron. Woo! And they got Ryan Grant, but they don't have any studs there really outside of T.Y. Hilton. They need pass catchers. Naeem Hines is going to be all over the field. Yes, he'll get some carries out of the backfield. He's going to line up in the slot a lot. He's going to be put in motion a lot. He'll be having bubble screens. They're going to use Naeem Hines a lot. could be their kick returner also. So if you're in a league that gets, points for kick return yardage or touchdowns, high upside there. Listen, it's an Andrew Luck-led offense, right? We talked about Aaron Rodgers earlier. Let's talk about Andrew Luck a little bit. If he's healthy, which they say he may be, I don't know until I see him throwing a full-size football at game speed. I don't really know, but even if he doesn't, and Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback in Indianapolis, he'll be looking to check down a lot. Last year that was Jack Doyle. This year could be Naeem Hines. At running back 53 with an ADP of 188, you're not taking much risk, but there's a lot of upside there. I like Naeem Hines. Next on the list is somebody who you have to grab a little bit earlier in drafts, and I've already mentioned his name in this video. But I want to talk about Duke Johnson again. He's currently running back 39 with an ADP of 96. And I'm pretty sure I just heard a collective, dude, they drafted Nick Chubb and they have Carlos Hyde. I know they do, and those two are going to be battling for touches on first and second down. But Cleveland re-signed Duke Johnson, and Duke Johnson has a separate type of role, right? Duke Johnson's not taking a whole lot of snaps out of the backfield. He lines up outside. They put him in motion a lot. He's just somebody who's all over the field. He has that established role already. If I'm worried about anybody, it may be Corey Coleman because he may be the odd man out. Duke Johnson was a highly productive running back last year, mostly from a receiver-style position. Doesn't need to have that early down work to be successful. And like I said, they just re-signed him, and they re-signed him for a reason. They didn't just pay him all that money to have him sit on the bench. His role stays the same as last year. Tyrod Taylor likes to check down to running back-style players. Insert Duke Johnson right here and grab him if you can, especially in PPR leagues. Last guy on my list is going to be Matt Breda in San Francisco. And now listen, I'm going to be the first one to say I'm just throwing a dart on this one, which is kind of what you have to do at the end of fantasy drafts. None of these guys are established, solid picks. Otherwise, they would have been picked rounds earlier. You're looking for the lottery ticket. Matt Breda could be that guy. I mean, could he turn into Kyle Shanahan's Tevin Coleman? Possibly. Breda didn't look bad last year. He averaged over 4 yards a carry. Everybody has these concerns over Jerick McKinnon being a workhorse. And if he can't hold up, Matt Breda takes over in an offense led by Kyle Shanahan with huge upside. I mean, Shanahan's been known to use 2 running backs before with the aforementioned Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman. And if they're looking to make sure that McKinnon stays fresh, I'm expecting to do the same thing in San Francisco this year. If you take McKinnon, I'd definitely consider, handcuffing him in the late rounds with Matt Breda. Right now, he's running back 58 with an ADP of 176, so you can get him late. And it's kind of just like a lottery ticket. You definitely don't want to start him week 1, but you never know what could happen later on in the season. I like Matt Breda. So these videos are a little different, right? I mean, I can't tell you any of those 5 names are going to produce big numbers for you this year without lying to you. And I'm not going to lie. These guys are lottery tickets, right? You probably waited on running back in your drafts, or you're looking for a late round steal. That's what these guys are. They're steals in the late rounds. They're not expected to come out week 1 and be, top fantasy performers, but they're in good situations with good upside. So if there's anybody out there that I didn't name that you're targeting this year from the running back position, hit me up down below. Let me know who some of your late round values for running back may be, and we'll see if we can have a good discussion about it. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Make sure you guys are liking, commenting, subscribing. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.